Hey, what's up guys and gals? Today I want to talk about Civilization 6 on the Nintendo Switch and why it might be the perfect handheld turn-based strategy game on the console for you. Well, this is Andrew and let's get into this. When I first played a Civilization game, it was on PC for Civ 5 and I definitely put my time in. To me, strategy games should be best experienced on a mouse and keyboard. Certain games always kept me torn apart because I do love my console games, but felt strategy always dominated on the PC. Definitely some amazing contenders came out, such as Halo Wars for the RTS genre, but Civilization hits a little different. It hits different because the game was tailored to be on a console. The controller mapping makes sense as how you can navigate, open mini menus, and toggle between the different layers of the world. These layers can be selected different units that share the same tile or units on top of a city. You can adjust the user interface to take up a little bit or big real estate while in handheld mode. And I know it's daunting if you never played or tried or even got frustrated because of the learning curve, but I can guarantee you once you get past that learning curve, game becomes fun, rewarding, and challenging. So let me pause for a moment and talk about the premise of the game. Essentially, you take on a leader from a historic empire or country and lead your empire to victory. Victory can be achieved through domination, scientific discovery, religion, culture, and finally just plain old score. I'll just talk about one form of victory because this can be a topic for another video, but domination is a condition where you need to wipe out all other opponents from the map if you want to take on that militaristic approach. Otherwise, you could achieve victory without you conquering anyone. What's even better is you can decide a type of victory conditions, or even a mixture between them. The freedom of play is really up to you and how you want to control your empire. Say for example, you want to allow all victory conditions. You will learn what works for you. If you played SimCity in the past, you will know not everything requires war, but rather peace. If you do take a domination approach to win, your opponents will trust you less and you'll be hit with a warmonger penalty because your opponents may know and fear your intentions. Although you can perform a surprise attack, a declaration of war is required right before you invade their empire. The leader you initially choose will have some strengths that are unique to the empire that might be best to your playstyle. You have warlike leaders, religious, cultural, and so on that can align to your chosen victory. This is not to say that you're limited to that victory condition. As I mentioned earlier, you have complete freedom in choice, but it gives you a head start in what strength that leader can bring to the table. Setting up a game, you can choose how many empires will be in your world, city-states, which is a single city country, if barbarians are present, speed of the game, which is determined how long it may take to research and build units. You can also decide what the map size and the appearance to be. Will it be one large landmass? What are the resources like? Are they plentiful or scarce? It's really up to you that you can choose or have the AI decide on this. Finally, you decide on difficulty. I implore you to explore this because the options can fit your chosen playstyle to your liking. Starting up, you have a warrior unit and a settler. You can then decide where you want to plant your capital, and from there, you can decide what research and what to build. If you're not sure of something, the game provides guidance in the form of a glossary, research trees, and in-game AI advisors. Because you essentially begin in the starting point of a civilization, the game starts off slow. You have a limited things that you can do and accomplish, but it also gives you a tutorial without calling it a tutorial. You have one city, and slowly you begin to grow your empire. You get to grow your empire at your own pace. As you begin exploring the technology trees, you can get a sense of what direction you want to grow your empire and when. Do you go for more of a militaristic empire and sacrifice earning potentials? Because at the same time, your people want to be entertained, fed, and you need money to support almost everything. But this is what makes Civ 6 so awesome, is you need to juggle between what you need now versus what can wait later based on your goals. As you unlock new diplomacy, this allows you to make allies and pacts formally with other empires. With city-states, you send out an envoy where several of these you can create an ally from a city-state. Just like empires, city-states have their own personality. Some can be militaristic, cultural, or commerce to name a few. You can even trade with empires. Say your empire has a natural resource, but you lack iron to make certain units. You can trade with another empire for a number of turns. Raising armies helps you attack neighboring empires or even defending your own. You can of course create a defensive structure, but you at least need some defensive force to guard against barbarians who can lead raiding parties and pillage your lands. If you decide you want to start a war and attack a neighbor, you will need to make sure you have adequate forces to lay siege on your enemies, as these can take time and your enemy may set a counterattack. Once you control a foreign territory, you can destroy the city. If it was captured prior to you, you can liberate the city and give it back to its previous leader or incorporate it into your own. This has its own issues, as you might have to rebuild some of its infrastructure if you destroyed it, spend extra time and resources to keep the city happy to prevent it from rebelling. A rebellion occurs when your city is not happy because you did not provide resources that they've been asking for, and a number of troops appear surrounding the city. Keep in mind, this rebellion can attack your cities, and those units are converted to barbarians, so now you have to eliminate them. I've only scratched the surface of what Civ 6 is, but I touched on game setup, getting started, upgrading, diplomacy, and war. There is still so much to talk about, and that would benefit in a separate video. I implore you to take the time and check out Civilization 6. I definitely logged in the hours, and I think it's worth getting. Not only Civ 6, but a previous game such as Civ 5 aged well, and I could see Civ 6 aging well too. I know in another 10 years, I will still pick up this title and play. Just note that the game is on multiple platforms, but since it's a turn-based strategy game, it's nice to play docked and in handheld mode. I find myself doing this all the time, as I can take my time to make more informed decisions instead of reactionary or one I may regret. Let me know your thoughts on Civilization in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Well, this is Andrew, and I'll catch you at the next video.